What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to the latest episode of Between the Posts, the podcast brought to you by all of us here. If you would like to talk to us more, you don't have to just comment on our podcast. Please join us on our Discord server. You'll be able to find the link in the description below. We're more than happy to listen to your opinions, no matter how whack they might be. Be sure to also follow us on all of our social media channels, wherever you can find us. That means TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube right now. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We are on all of them. Don't bother looking for us on LinkedIn because we don't post anything there. So yeah, what's up, Farid Russell? How you guys doing?
Doing very good. Yeah. What a game. What a weekend it was, right?
What a weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a
exactly.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Uh, Farid, how was your weekend? All the football?
Good,
Yeah,
good. Every time Man wins and hit to a final, it's always good.
of course it is. But the way we got there, I mean, we'll go into it into deeper detail in a bit. But I feel like I aged like a good like extra 10 years because of that. We don't do well with penalty shootouts, but
Yep.
yeah, that was nuts. But let's talk about the club of the hour, strong contender for Banter Club of the season, as you have mentioned before, Farik. Tottenham have sacked their caretaker manager. Um, oh gosh, like what an absolute joke this season is devolving into for Spurs. Got rid of Conte, and now they have gotten rid of Conte's assistant. I don't understand the process. Like, if you got rid of Conte, why would you keep the assistant? But like, I'm not Daniel Levy. I'm not Galaxy Brain like that. But like, immediate reactions. Let's start with you, Russell. Like, what the hell?
I mean, Conte called it right. Like in his last press conference, the one he came out and absolutely tore up the whole club.
Destroyed
Yeah,
them.
tore
Destroyed.
them all up. Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird, right? After him doing that, his second in charge, like his right hand man, stayed and they kept
Mhm.
him, but he left. It was such a weird, a weird transitional phase. Like, okay, you sack the manager, but we keep his closest friend, the guy that he trusted as his right hand man.
Mhm.
I don't think he gave two shits about the club. Like, he really sacked his friend, and the way he treated him, like he didn't really get all the what he asked for to make Spurs a better club. Like,
Mhm.
he said it out in his press conference, like this club is used to being shit. Like, this is a Tottenham, right? That's why he said, like, they
We're
don't want to improve, right?
paraphrasing there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and then they kept him, and then now he got sacked. I was like, this club really is like in the shits. Like, they don't even know how to run a club. I don't know what's going on. Like, Levi, right? Levy, I don't know
Levy, Levy, Levy. Yeah.
what his name is. Like, he just looks like a guy there, like chilling, vibing. Like, he's been vibing for the longest of time, not doing anything to help the club push forward. And this is what you get. Like, just a club in turmoil. They have good players, but just a very badly run club. So this is the results, and Spurs will never. This is the reason why Spurs will never compete at the top again. Like, every club is
Mm.
learning from their mistakes, but there's one that's always going to be left behind because they want to be stubborn, and
Mhm.
Spurs is going to be them.
Yeah, I mean, all fair points. Like, I agree. But like Farik, Daniel Levy has been chairman of Spurs since 2004. Is he the problem?
Look at all the managers that have been
Mm.
in Tottenham. You have Mourinho, you have Conte, you have Pochettino, you have all these like big, like world class managers.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, when they sacked Stellini, it just screamed of scapegoat.
Yeah.
To lose 6-1, and it's not just the matter of the scoreline, it's the way that they lost. I think it was
Oh, the
5 goals in
manner of
21 minutes.
defeat.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It was just so bad. And I saw the statement that he released, sort of like apologizing to the fans. And like there was it's a non-apology in a sense. It's just like,
Mm.
oh, okay, yeah, we lost 6-1. Like, here's, I'm gonna do something to make you feel better. And it's
Mm.
to get rid of Stellini and bring in Ryan Mason, who by all accounts, Ryan Mason seems to be one of the up and coming coaches. I mean, look at who he's uh, uh, been mentored by.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's it just screams of like, this is just sweeping stuff under the rug. It's gonna, whoever they bring in next, whether it's Pochettino, whether it's Luis Enrique. I think the same managers that we bring up for Chelsea are gonna be in the conversation for Tottenham as well.
Mm-hmm.
And more likely they will join Tottenham compared to Chelsea because they do have European football next year, from the looks of it.
I
But
mean, if they don't lose any of their remaining matches and
yeah,
Liverpool continue to shit the bed, but then again, Liverpool won on Sunday, so I Saturday,
yeah,
so hard
yeah,
to be harsh
I,
on them on this.
uh,
But yeah, sorry, go on for it. Yeah.
yeah. But look at the team that they have. Like I've said it before. You look at the individual players, and these are good players. You
Mm.
have Kane, Son, Perisic, Loris. There definitely is only a few parts that are missing. But if you don't back a manager enough to go through the tough times, and then it's just gonna, the cycle's gonna keep repeating itself.
It will definitely. I don't know. I mean, like Spurs are gonna be Spurs, right? So long as they have the same owner and the same chairman, they're gonna be like that. There's actually a club statement that was released today where they said that they are going to refund all of the Tottenham fans that travelled away to support them against Newcastle, and
mm,
specifically name dropping Manchester United to suggest that their comeback is going to start against Manchester United on Thursday night, which is top banter bins if like Manu decide that nah, we're
I,
gonna do something
I
about
won't. I
it.
won't be surprised though. I won't be surprised they do something against United. It's always that
Mm-hmm.
new manager bounce. It's not how good the club is. Like Everton did it against Arsenal. You can't tell me
Mm.
Everton's a what a great team Everton is. It's just that one game that, oh, we got this morale coming in, like, oh, Ryan Mason giving like some
Mm-hmm.
crazy speech. Oh, guys, you see you all lost 6-1. How can you do this? Like, then one
Mm-hmm.
game they turn it around, but the rest of the games they shit the bed. So it's like, I won't be surprised if like they get a result, a draw, or maybe even a win, but it's just a one-off. Like how so if they think that's the way, then every time they win against a big club, they just sack the manager, get a new one in, and keep repeating this process, and then maybe they have a very good team, because this has been Spurs for the longest time. Like
Mm.
I feel like the talking about European football, I feel like they don't. The best thing for them is not to have it, because they always like cling on to the fact like we got European football, we get the managers in. You know what I mean? I feel like
Mm-hmm.
if they miss out on European football, and then the questions will be asked about the board, like who can you bring in this,
Mm-hmm.
like you can really see the pool of managers that are willing to take on the task as Spurs, because now like, oh, that saving grace is, oh, they come to Spurs because they got European football, Champions League, they somehow make it in every time by the skin of their teeth. But then, oh, you come because we got Champions League, oh, that's a very good opportunity. But now if they don't get European football, who are they going to attract? Who wants to come into the shit show and like take over at the helm and bring back Spurs to like at that top four, or even competing, top three, top two level? You won't find anyone. Like I feel like they need this reality check of not having European football, and then they'll see, oh shit, nobody wants to come here. That's how bad our club is.
The Tottenham saving grace is their stadium. They have a fantastic stadium. That's about it. Um, you know,
Looks like a toilet seat though.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but then again,
Well, a lot of
considering
stadiums do
the
though.
yeah, considering the shit that was being served up by Conte's team over the last year and a half, I guess the visual metaphor is quite appropriate. But like, yeah, but the facilities are nuts though
Yeah.
at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah, let's not. Uh, okay, let's call it right now. Are Tottenham going to finish in the European places this season? Yes or no? And then a one-liner to explain why. Farid, you go first.
On the current form, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Brighton, Aston Villa, all these other
in Liverpool, yeah.
yeah, they're really giving it their all in this final run.
Hmm.
Uh, Especially Aston Villa. I think they since Emery has joined, they've pretty much collected the most points. So I don't.
Champions League form. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's essentially
Hmm.
Champions League form. So yeah, if they have, the Spurs have quite a tough few matches following up, so I don't think that they can
Hmm.
hold on to European football.
Okay. Russell? Yes, no.
No, too reliant on Kane. Like
Hmm.
too reliant. Yeah, they're too reliant on one man, which isn't the best thing. They have a array of talent, but they all put their hopes in Kane. If Kane doesn't score, just look at the record. When Kane doesn't score, they always lose. And even Kane scores, they lose. So I mean,
No, he scored the other day.
Yeah, I
So
mean
yeah,
they still lose. Like nobody else gonna
yeah.
pull the weight. No, I mean you look at a team
Mm-hmm.
that then on paper, right, they have a lot of character, but when they all get together, they just become a pile of shit. I don't understand. Like they have so many great players, no
Mm-hmm.
players that play in World Cup finals, players that won the World Cup,
Yeah.
and when they get together, suddenly comes collective shit. I don't understand how can like so many leaders and personalities coming together, and it's first time like you look at them, what the fuck is this? Like how do they manage to be so shit when they're so good out of the club? So it's not about them. It's really about
Mm.
the club culture and the coaching.
I again, as Farid mentioned, I guess that's what you get when your stadium looks like a toilet. So
Yeah,
yeah,
might be it might be the reason.
yeah. Quick segue, guys. Since Farid you mentioned it and we talked to we mentioned them. Aston Villa, guys. Won last night, 1-0. They are now above Tottenham, I believe, in the standings. I will fact check myself
Mm.
real quick. Um, but yeah, either way, they are in the European spots now. Imagine what could have happened if they had gotten rid of Stevie G earlier,
Yeah,
right?
that was quite hilarious how long it dragged out. Both Stevie G and Lampard, I think those two were quite out of their depth
Yeah,
early on in the season.
Hmm.
but
And yeah,
I don't blame Stevie G though. Like he had a good resume to come into a team. Like he went unbeaten in the Rangers team. So I just feel like wasn't he wasn't just up to the level, but he didn't just come in for like okay like oh your legend, let's give you a chance. It's like he proved
Mm.
himself in another league, so he deserved that
Hmm.
opportunity as compared to Lamps, whereas Lampard didn't do anything. Yeah, Unai Emery is doing a crazy job, and this is what I call like proper top class manager. Like
Yeah.
he has the players he has are good, but he really uses and utilizes them to their full potential. See how they're playing out of their depth. Like I feel like they're not playing out of their depth, but they're playing to the level that you expect them to. Like Ollie Watkins, he got the best of them. He should be called up to the England squad. Like
Hmm.
I don't see them crashing like dipping in form to the end of the season. I think like 6 games left. I think
Yeah.
they're so high on moral, like they'll just go all the way unbeaten. I won't be surprised unbeaten last 6 games, to be honest.
I think. Yeah. I mean, they're okay. So Villa right now are 5 points behind Manchester United in fourth. But they have played 3 games more than
Mm.
United. They've played 1 game more than Tottenham and are currently 1 point ahead of them. They have played 2 games more than Liverpool and they're 4 points ahead of Liverpool.
just
They
a
yeah.
note on their fixtures, they
Mm,
play Man U next, and they also have yet to play Tottenham and Liverpool.
Oh wow.
So
yeah.
a tough
Mm.
run in, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's hope they shit the bed against United and then they steamroller. They play like Barcelona 2011 when they go up against Liverpool and Tottenham. That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, we lost to them. We lost to them the first time we played Unai Emery.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Not
Oh,
looking
and
forward to the game though.
Brighton have played 4 games less than Villa,
Yep.
and are currently 5 points behind. So yeah, I mean the race for Europe is really hotting up. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely insane. And speaking of the speaking of races, let's talk a little bit about the race for the FA Cup. Uh I know we don't want to talk about them, but we have to, guys. Man City 3-0 against Sheffield United, didn't get out of first gear. Like I don't know. I mean, it was interesting. I don't know if you guys saw in the seats, but there were plenty of empty seats in Wembley during an FA Cup semi-final. Um, but yeah, what else can we say about this City team? Are they favorites for the cup, Russell?
Definitely. Like you're saying that the
Mm.
stadium's empty.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fans didn't bother coming. It's like going to what it's like going to watch a training match. They
Mm.
knew. Like why waste your time traveling to support the team knows like it's an easy win.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying anything like no disrespect to Sheffield, but player for player, the bench
No
players,
contest.
no
Yeah.
contest. There's no contest. So like even I think a lot of other fans were like, oh, they made it to semi-finals and the stadium's empty. I don't really blame
Mm.
the fans for not going. If like
Mm-hmm.
United was playing, it was that level, playing at that level and playing at against a very low team, and
No, but even United,
you know, but I
yeah.
mean, you know what I mean, like
Mm.
you rather save that money to go for the finals because you know your team's going to go to the finals.
Mm.
Like it's a given. Like when the fixtures came out, oh, Man City in the finals. Nobody had a oh maybe. There was no maybe, or like
Mm-hmm.
yeah. When Man City involved, there's no like oh I think the one time in a blue moon this might happen. Nah, they are the blue moon, bro. They are smashing everyone. Like, and you tell me
Mm.
Sheffield's gonna do something? No way.
Yeah, I guess this leaves us now, Farik, with the possibility that City might do the treble, right? Um, could they then do the treble? What do you think?
It's tough. Uh, Premier League and the FA Cup, I feel like they have the advantage.
Hmm.
Uh, Champions League, the big question mark is Real Madrid. It's pretty much similar case of both teams in the lead up. Pretty much barely got out of second gear.
Mm.
When City played against Bayern and when Real played against Chelsea. So we know that both teams can take it up a notch.
Hmm.
We especially Real Madrid, when it comes to UCL, that there is that next level for them, and that's
Yeah.
gonna be the biggest blocker for them.
Hmm.
I compare it to Manchester United's run to the treble, and like this Real Madrid team is essentially Man City's Juventus when
Hmm.
Juventus were the favorites when Man U won the
Yeah.
treble,
Hmm.
and they beat them in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. But that was also rather ominously. We've been wondering, I guess, for the last few years whether or not this is this Real Madrid team. How long can they keep going, right? Because there's gonna be some point where Modric won't have the legs anymore, Cruz won't have the legs anymore. A lot of the old guard has left. In that sense, Ronaldo's gone. Casemiro, Varane, right? And like we just wonder how much fuel is left in the tank because to that point about Juventus losing to United in 99, that was kind of the end of that team cycle, right? And then they had to rebuild and find their way back, and I don't think Juve have won this Champions League since then, have they? you know
Nope. Nope.
no, they have not. Yeah, they've been in they hold the record though for the most losing finals. I think 7 finals that they've lost.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Hmm.
Crazy stat. Yeah.
I think specialist in failure, Ed Woodward would be proud of that. He'd be like, "Oh no, we made it to the finals." Yeah, but yeah, I guess we're relying on Real Madrid stopping them because City look like they're favorites for the other two competitions. Huh?
You know, there's a crazy stat, right,
yeah.
about City. Like, none of their first team players are injured. They have zero injuries.
Hmm.
It's just that.
It's actually there was this uh thing when at the start of the season because back in preseason, I think a lot of people knew that how tough this season was going to be with the World Cup
Yeah.
in December and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to counter that, actually City had a very short preseason. I think they had like 1-2 week preseason
Mm-hmm.
because they knew that it's going to be a very long season, and I think it's paying off now.
Mm.
They didn't overwork themselves in preseason. They slowly got into gear
Mm-hmm.
as the matches ticked on,
Mm-hmm.
and they're it's showing in their fitness levels. I mean, compared it to like Man United, uh, if
Yeah.
because essentially both teams are Man United and Man City went deep in a lot of competitions,
Yeah.
Mm.
and like United are pretty much getting injured left, right, and center. So
Mm-hmm.
but it'd be a master stroke by Guardiola if that was really if that is really the reason why Man City
Uh,
have stayed healthy. I
I,
mean, you
yeah.
can't deny that their deep bench is
Mm.
also helps them a lot. But yeah, that foresight definitely is helping them
I,
as well.
I think the World Cup helped them a bit because none of their like main players even went far into the World Cup. You know what I mean? They came back quite
Yeah, it's true.
early. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and like their main striker didn't even have to go to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He,
you see it.
he didn't he play for an amateur team in the middle of the World Cup? Like,
No,
And
the amateur
that's
team
that's
tried
a
to
rumor,
petition
right?
for him
Yeah,
to join. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah,
loan Haaland to us. But you see, like the bulk of their team, like Edison didn't even
Mm.
play a game for Brazil. Like, oh, he came off the bench or something. Like Eke, oh, they were out quite early. Like most of their players were out quite early. They had a rest, and they didn't really like
Uh,
their team didn't really
yeah,
split up. You know what I mean? For a long time,
yeah.
like like you see Manchester United when Lisandro he went out, all the teams with the Argentinian players or the French
Mm.
players, they were
Mm.
missing for a while because they
Yeah,
needed a rest, but they were all the way. So like
yeah,
the Man City team, they really had, and on top of that, they have a deep squad. So like
yeah.
everything hand in hand, it was a perfect like
Perfect storm, I guess.
yeah, perfect, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Like everything is going well for them for to push through this last part of
Mm-hmm.
the season. No
Yeah.
injuries, like it's shouting out like they might they might get a treble this year. But
Mm.
we'll see. The hurdle is Real Madrid. They are like the
Yeah.
protectors of the gate. Do you get past them? It's yours. You deserve to win. You know what I mean? Like you got
Yeah.
past the hardest task, so you deserve to win. But let's hope not.
Let's hope not. Well, you know, going on from that to Manchester United winning their semi-final 7-6 on penalties. Lindelof putting away the winning penalty into the top right corner. Top bins, amazing actually from a defender.
Yeah.
Solly March sending his to the moon. You know, following Elon Musk's rocket, I guess, and also having that explode in his face. Yeah, United though huffed and puffed. Couple of half decent, half chances for Rashford. Didn't really threaten Brighton as much as they should have. Brighton themselves were a little bit, you know, they had possession and they played neat passing triangles. Uh, just didn't have the quality, I guess. De Gea, couple of great stops. But like, I guess, like, let's talk about De Gea here for a second, right? Because there's a lot of noise around him at this moment in time. Um, was the FA Cup semi-final a reminder of what De Gea can bring to this team? Russ, what do you think?
I'm gonna be very like objective and say I think the FA Cup reminded us of what the year can bring to the team. That penalty shootout was absolutely shocking. You know, like
Yeah.
zero, bro. Not okay. The penalty shootout, not all the penalties were put right in the corner. You know, not like not let's say like the 6 penalties that Brighton scored were like whoa, bangers
Mm,
in the side netting top corner. If all six were like that, I have no worries. Out of the six
mm,
penalties taken, two were taken by the centre backs. You know, Webster and Dunk, and they went the
yeah.
same way. I was looking at here and I saw him reading something, on the water
His
bottle.
notes. Yeah, his
That
notes.
notes,
Yeah.
fucking go and burn it, okay? It's fucking shit. Why are you looking at the damn notes? Okay, and the players can see you looking at the notes. So
Mm,
why are you gonna follow the notes? Because they can see, oh
yeah.
shit, he knows where I'm gonna go, and he didn't change. He can't.
Mm,
I believe, right. He just see, okay, the guy likes to go to the left. He will dive to the left, and he looks so small in the goal, right.
But
I don't feel scared,
in
no. As a guy taking the penalty, I don't feel scared. Like and
mm,
his
but to
penalty
that
record,
point,
yeah.
like hindsight is always 2020. You can always say like, oh, your notes and people can see the notes, but the at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, De Gea doesn't have a good penalty record, but he has to make his decisions based off something, right?
mm.
Like there has to be prior research. If they were to just go in blind and just like, oh, I'm just gonna keep diving to my right, then that in itself also does not
I,
show
I
any
I understand.
professionalism.
Yeah, I understand. But
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like when you start, like this is not like studying for a test, so it's 100%. If you study, you get the correct question correct. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
there's a so you roughly know where this guy is gonna go. So but maybe change it up a bit, no? You can't
Mm,
if it's 100%, sure. But I think the first time he did it, there's 7 penalties in total.
mhm.
I'm very critical of the ones that Dung and Webster too, because they didn't look, when centre backs come up when they're striking the ball, they don't look the most comfortable. You know what I mean? There's some
Unless the
centre back,
Victor Lindelof.
yeah. I mean, you see that penalty compared. You just go back and see the Webster and Dung one.
Mhm,
I think Dung being the captain, he looked more confident, but Webster was a bit shaky.
mhm.
I think they actually done better. I mean, during the
Yeah.
game, he's a great shot stopper, but
Mm,
I'll be very critical. Like the way that the football Ten Hag wants to play, I saw a few times during the game kicking the ball out, not under pressure. It's just that he can't ping. He doesn't have that range of passing him. I don't blame him.
mhm.
Not that kind of keeper, but that causes a lot of breakup in the play, and it brings
Yeah.
like when you're just gonna pass back possession to the opponent. In a
Yeah,
better
because you can't
opponent,
retain
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah, the better opponent will get punished. I feel like
Mhm,
Brighton could have done something. They had the better chances, and
mhm,
like United just look out of sorts in a sense where I feel like Rashford, Martial, they were not really going 100% because they all have knocks and niggles around. I think they're
mhm,
scared. They're scared to get injured because given
mhm.
the fixtures that are coming, they all look like they're glass feet. No, they're so scared of going in. I don't blame them because our squad is
Mhm.
so thin. I think Ten Hag to say don't go in 100%, 50-50 pull out. I won't be surprised. I won't blame him for doing that. But if we go up,
Yeah.
if we go from this performance and we play the same way we play against Brighton,
Mhm.
I'm not looking forward to the FA Cup finals, man. I'm really not looking forward to it.
Mm.
I'd rather be out in in a penalty shootout than playing Man City that way and losing 5-6-0 in the finals. Well, not well.
Mm.
That'll be a sucker punch straight to the face, man.
I guess some good news here though on that front. There is a week's rest between the final matches of the season and the FA Cup final. So
Yep.
there's a week period, which would be I think only what the second time or third time after the World Cup that we've had that Man United have had like a week's break between matches. So maybe then they
Only the
won't be
second
so
time.
second time, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
not including international breaks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like I mean, okay, Russell, I know you're feeling very pessimistic, but Farik, like, come on, like, United have beaten City before this season, right? They've won. Admittedly, it was at Old Trafford, and and everything needed to go right in that game for them to win. But can United do it again?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. It's going to be a tough challenge for them, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But Man United at Wembley are a different team.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, I mean, like it all they needed was to just get to the final, and more often than not, you would pick Man United to be a favorite in finals.
Okay.
Granted, now you're coming against Man City, who have essentially built a whole galaxy of stars in their team.
Yeah.
So y- the, naturally the favorites would be Man City, but there is a certain determination and doggedness in this Man United team that I
Yeah.
feel City have underestimated before. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, once that crowd gets behind the team, I feel like Man United are going to be hard to beat.
Okay. Yeah. Like, I agree with that. And also, the other bit of good news, of course, is that Ten Hag has announced that Varane could be fit for the final.
Mhm.
Um, Yeah, but the thing is that if he hasn't played any football at all, and then he's only fit for the final, would you guys throw him in? Yes or
Of,
no?
of course, um,
I,
our backup option is Maguire, so it's easy answer.
Probably
It
Lindelof though. Lindelof is probably the favorite, and then like Luke Shaw filling in at left back would probably be at left center back would probably be the preferred lineup rather than Varane and Lindelof, right?
just
I,
Maguire
I,
stay
I,
away. Yeah,
I think for the left centre back position, I think it's kind of Ten Hag might mention it before because he likes the left-footed player on the left centre back position.
yep.
Yeah,
And he did mention that Lindelof is quite comfortable with both feet in the
yeah.
left centre back position. So that, yeah,
Mm.
I'm not surprised if it would be Varane and Lindelof.
Yeah, and then Luke Shaw to left back. Does this
Yeah.
mean then, like I know this name has been linked to United before, but like should United make a renewed push for like Pau Torres since he's a left-footed centre back?
Nope,
No,
nope.
no, you
Um,
don't read him.
no, I don't rate him at all. Like,
Mm-hmm.
given the United, the way like Ten Hag wants to play, I feel like just look at the profile of Lisandro.
Mm-hmm.
He's a all rounder. See, Pau
Mm-hmm.
Torres right lacks that physical aspect, which
Yeah.
is he's gonna die in the Premier League. Like I no disrespect to him, but it's just how the Premier League is. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. Like they're gonna put someone strong. Ivan Tony. You see, when every time when Lisandro comes out against those kind of teams, they just put their big striker on him and test him.
Mm-hmm.
And like Spanish defenders, they have the flair, but I don't feel they have the grit. No disrespect, they're good on the ball, good passing, good reading, but
Unless your
they
name
yeah.
is Sergio Ramos, like he's the only one
Yeah, I
that
feel
can
like
do that.
he's like a
Yeah.
different, like he's the most unique Spanish defender. You look at all the Spanish
Yeah.
defenders, him and Carles Puyol,
Mm.
just two warriors. The rest are
Yeah.
very like how to say like beautiful footballers on the ball. But like
Yeah.
Rio, that kind of player, Rio Ferdinand,
Mm.
good on the ball.
Rolls
Like
Royce defenders.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rolls Royce defender, but not that
Mm.
nitty and gritty type. So like I wouldn't want him. I feel like I just want that if I were to choose somebody to replace or to give a backup, it would
Mm-hmm.
be Kim Min Jae. I watched him play in Napoli, good on the ball. Like
Right footer though.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like at that stage in football, you have to be good at both feet. Like maybe to ping the ball on the left will not be that good, but I feel they will
Mm.
have to adapt because there isn't a wide array of left-footed centre backs. There's a very niche. Like you want to go so in depth. There's so little in world football. especially
Mm.
left-footed players is one thing, and left-footed centre backs. Usually, all the good left-footed are all playing up in past the midfield
Yeah,
upwards.
Kim Min Jae would be a good shout though, as like an understudy to Varane. Since I think he's what 24.
Yep,
Varane just turned 30.
very young. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has I think his release clause is only 40 million euros or something like that, or some like insanely low figure in today's market. That is so. Love to see Kim Min Jae at United, but yeah. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up. Obviously, we are looking ahead to City versus Arsenal happening this midweek. Uh, let's wrap it up with a prediction. Who's gonna take it? Go ahead.
I will. I hope it's going to be a draw.
Mm,
And at the rate that Arsenal have been drawing, I think a
yeah.
4-4 draw might work.
Okay. All right. Farid, you're calling a draw. Russell, win, lose, draw.
Man City 6-0. You heard it first. You heard it first
Man
here
City six
on
zero.
between the post 6-0 Man City. Haaland hat trick.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That's okay. Bold prediction. Um, but yeah. Oh, got one more thing we need to do, guys. Real quick. Really quick. Hero and villain of the week. So let's start with you, Farid. Hero and villain of the week. One liner. Why hero and villain?
Uh, Hero of the week. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of a shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
And do heroes because Sancho and Rashford, I feel like they exercise their demons from the Euros.
Mm,
Uh, so
good call.
by scoring their penalty. So I big ups to them for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Villains, that whole Spurs team.
Yeah.
I could pick any one of them, but yeah,
Yeah.
for a whole team to just whole defense to just give up on a
Mm-hmm.
match like that, yeah, it's they're bad.
Okay. Russell, hero villain of the week.
I think hero has to be um I think Jacob Murphy and his son. I think Jacob Murphy played crazy good. Like I never
Mm,
rated him as a
mm-hmm.
player, but against that, I mean it was against Spurs, but you could see like wow, he was on it that day, man. He was really on it, played very well. Um
Lads, it's only Tottenham.
yeah, but I mean it's still a good performance and he deserves his flowers for putting in a shift. So 2 goals to his name, one banger. So I think he deserves to be the hero of the week. The villain,
Okay.
I could go that the Spurs teams is like any one of them. Even I think the whole organization itself is a villain. But I think I'll go with Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale.
Oh,
You can't be passing the ball 20 seconds into the game. I mean, if you're talking
directly to an opposition
if
player.
you're talking about being the England number one, this kind of things it shouldn't be happening. And like with no pressure, and he's always that the thing about him is he always
Mm,
shows that he has this cocky personality where he's like, oh, I'm good, like I'm good on the ball. Like he
he's
thinks
the
he's like
worst Joe Hart.
he thinks he's Edison, but nah, man,
Mm,
like you can't be doing that. And I think that might be the turning point for the scenes. Like the Saka penalty going on to this Ramsdale mistake, it's just adding up. And all this, right, at the end of the season, they look back and like they will really be going to a state of like depression. I feel like because it's like things you can control. You know what I mean? It's not like out of the blue something happened like 3 bicycle kicks in a row. Like not it's not that you pass the ball
mm,
straight to the guy. Yes,
yeah.
you're just looking for trouble.
Hmm. I think I cannot think of a potential title winning team that has had a poorer keeper than Aaron Ramsdale. I guess maybe there's a shout for Claudio Bravo in like Guardiola's first season in charge at Man City.
Mm.
But like I cannot think of a worse quality keeper for a title chasing side than Aaron Ramsdale. But yeah, let's not get into Ramsdale because I could be here for hours. Okay, my hero and villain of the week. My hero is actually Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Oh.
He shut down Mitoma, did not put 100% tackle success rate, was not dribbled past even once. 7 attempted duels and tackles, all of them won. Mitoma had no change out of what Aaron Wan-Bissaka at all. And of course, this is a guy who had a literal thesis written on how to dribble, and Spider-Man just shut him down. And that was just beautiful to see. So he's my hero of the week. My villain of the week is Daniel Levy, because dear God, man, you are giving Ed Woodward a run for his money, or should I say, a run for his leverage buyout money. For being one of the, for being a specialist in failure, right? Yeah, just absolutely shocking, management from Levy. You look like he looks like that accountant. No, he looks like the bad guy from Captain America Winter Soldier, the one with
Oh
the
yeah.
glasses, and like who is like a Hydra agent working
Oh
in
yeah,
Shield.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, dude, you look like a villain, right? Like, yeah, you are the accountant that the villains go to, right? Yeah, absolutely shocking mismanagement from Daniel Levy for the last, like, what, 5, 6, 7 years. Oh, absolutely terrible. Okay, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for your time. For those of you that are watching us right here, right now, please be reminded that you can follow us on all of our social media channels, that you'll find the links in the description below. Please join us on our Discord server if you'd like to banter with us in person. We'll be more than happy to listen to your opinions and tell you why you're wrong. Okay, so yeah, please follow us on all of our socials. Thank you so much from me, from Farik and Russell. We will see you in the next one.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Ciao.